Today I'm going to share with you some tips to make perfect macarons. I like to make my macarons with a French meringue because it's easier. Technically speaking, Italian meringue is more stable, but it's all the same to me. Guys, it works, I swear. Also, some people claim that you have to use aged egg whites versus fresh ones. I actually don't think it matters. Room temperature egg whites will technically whip up a little bit easier than cold ones, but whatever technique you use, you want them very stiff. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna drop this on my head, but they're not falling out. You wanna make sure that your almond powder is not expired because then it'll be too greasy and release too much oil, which will prevent the shell from forming on your macarons. You want your almond powder to be a little bit on the finer side, but that's why we food process it. Depending on who you ask though, this part is optional. This sifting part though is not optional. Any of these larger pieces of almond flour we don't want, and these you have to get rid of. As for coloring, you want to use a gel-based coloring. Today, I'm gonna go with green. You want to add this before your batter is perfectly mixed. If you use regular liquid food coloring, it's gonna make your batter too soupy, and you don't want to add more oil into the batter with an oil-based one. Now we have our finished batter in the piping bag. You want to make sure you're using a pretty round tip. And as for the tray, I do like to use a silicone mat. You can use parchment paper, but I think this allows the macarons to bake more evenly and prevents cracking. What I also like about this tray, it has these really nifty guidelines on it, so you can make sure that all of your macarons are exactly the same size. Feel the little bubbles that are rising to the top? You want to get rid of those. You want to let these guys dry for about an hour. This isn't dry. This is when they're dry. When you touch them, none of the batter comes onto your fingers, and you can see they've also gotten a little bit more matte. Now we're gonna bake them. Okay, they're already done. You can test if they're done in the oven by wiggling them, and if the tops wobble just a little bit, then they're perfect. Fill them with whatever kind of filling you want, and then you have to stick them in the fridge. That's what's gonna help absorb all the moisture from the filling and make them nice and chewy and soft. And yeah, then you eat them. Do I need to show you that part?